Well, hello and welcome to this Mad Max review. First of all, I would like to start talking about the history of the game, and this is because a lot of analysis already saw in websites and that told that the big flaw of the game is the lack on the history of the character of Max. And I think this is, I cannot be more disagree with this, and this is because if you saw the movies, movies are not about Max. I mean, in the movies, Max reached to a place and then he have a problem. His car is broken or he need gas. So to figure out how to solve this problem, he get involved into the problems of the people who live in the environment. So this game, as well as the movie, is not about Max history. It's about the people who live in the world history. So these guys, for example, they live in a ship, in a boat. This is because they think that the water is going to come back to the world. No? So that is one of the histories you can find in the game. Every group of people here have different stories. And this time, in the last secondary cast we made, they asked us to find some iron to fix the ship. And now we are going to take a second mission. Let's see what they told us.
Apparently Balefire is overcooking the powder. I don't like trading with G, but
Killer, the steel you brought has been very useful. I could sure use your help again. You know my people believe that the big wet shall once again splash these barren shores. I need them to keep believing. In belief, there's hope. But they need an idol, a relic of the water gods. And I think I found it.
What is it?
An idol of a critter of the ocean. It will give them the hope that they need. And their hope will see us through. You'll find it in the wall, north of here. Use your onlookers.
Here you go. So this is one of the histories. Here we can see that in the first cast we got from him, we thought he believed the same as his follower, that the Great Sea was going to come back. But now we see that he actually don't believe that, but he want them to keep believing that because that keep them with hope to keep on and keep fighting. So that's the thing. I mean, you can compare Max with maybe Link from the saga The Legend of Zelda, because he's an empty character. I mean, he's a very good character for a video game because his story is not the main story of the game. So you can relate yourself with the character really easy. It's the same like in the last movie, For the Road. If you can see, Max actually just happened to get kidnapped, and when he's trying to run away, he get involved in all this runaway that Furiosa is taking. So it's actually not Max history. And let's talk about another thing, and that is the environment. I was quite worried about how they were going to manage to make an environment that's basically a desert. So that can be pretty bored to have in a video game. But here you can see that the desert is actually pretty good. It's pretty interesting to drive around, and you can see these little scarecrows, they call it. In this one you can see a sniper, so you can go around and destroy it, and that makes the area a little bit more, say, free of enemies. So you can see it's pretty interesting to see how they made it. So you have like cliff, and you have like all buildings around and rush cars around like these ones. They make a really good job. Another thing about this game is the driving. The driving is really good, and the fact to have this huge desert make the driving different from any other open world game such GTA or so, because here we have no boundaries, so we can really freely drive, and the persecutions are really good and give you a lot of choices. And this is one of the parts of the game that you have to collect these trash. I mean, I have the game in Spanish, so I'm not really sure how to translate this, but I think I would call it trash. So you pick this to fix your car and to make upgrades on your car and on your clothes. And here we have a sniper is shooting us from somewhere else. So scrolling a little bit, and we're back on the car. Well, if I have to say something about the car, it's I would like to see a little bit more customization on the cars, and we actually don't have too much choices to do about it. Since you can change the look of the car, but you don't have a lot of different looks to choose actually. And all the upgrades, if it's true that if you upgrade, for example, the defense of the car, you are going to be more slower, but you don't have too much to choose. Actually, you end just trying to get everything to the top, and this is it. So this is a race, mortal race we have. It's another of the parts of the game, the mini game you can say. So which is basically a race where you can destroy your opponents and use weapons and everything.
Merry death dealers here. Oh, the dinky
Okay, now
deacons.
we are close. See on the left, you can see another of the base for our allies. Now when we reach the point, we see that
There it is, stuck behind the grating.
we
What
cannot
is it?
go through
Some kind
this
of
gate,
billboard.
so we have
Get
to
it?
find another way.
I have to go around and find a way into that storm drain.
That's in the Dead Barrens.
That's pretty good. I
We
mean,
have to go around. Dead
the
Barrens
secondary
Pass is
missions
the nearest
all are
entry.
different, and in all of them you have to do different things, so it's not tired to do it. I think I'm going to pick the fast travel here. This is the fast travel where you can go to certain points. So you're going to go to this balloon thing. Another thing about the car is the car needs gas, and when you run out of gas, you have to go to look at the way. Either it's in the enemy's camp, or you can find some places around the map, like this hot air balloon area. Here you can find some supplies as well. And now I'm going to talk about another thing of the game, which is the balloons. Basically, it works you to see the map and to mark on the map the different areas of interest. And I want to show you something which is really impressive on this game as well, and it's the draw distance. The draw distance is amazing, and it is as well really good in other games, but in other games you always have like forest or mountains or things cut your eyes to the horizon. Here you don't have nothing, so you can really
One piece.
you can see really far, and look how far you can see. You can go to all that cities, all that places, is all in the game, and that's amazing. I mean, they make use of the Havoc engine, and they really knew how to work with it, because the level of detail is really good. For example, there is another base, enemy base, in another part of the map.
Oh no! A warboy horde drawing near!
And for example, here we can see a enemy convoy there. If we were down, we could follow it and try to destroy it. Sadly, during this gameplay, I don't find anyone. Meanwhile, I'm driving, but I will show you how you fight with the car, which is actually pretty interesting. Pretty hard though. It's not an easy game.
You bring the car down if you see a flare.
Okay, here
Oh,
I
I
have
want
to
not
cut,
for it,
so we
but I will.
reach the part where we have the crest. So as I say, all the cars have, all your enemy cars, at least they are as powerful as you. So it's not easy at all to take them down.
I'm going. Wait here.
Okay, so here we go inside.
my secret
Of,
place.
okay, we're gonna drink in some water to get some health. In this game you need the water to restore your health. And here we go, we're a bit dark. We have a light torch as well. Here I found an enemy, and you can see the A on top, that you have this kind of stealth attack. But this is another small lack of the game. I will not say it's a lack, but it's something they could make extra to improve the experience, which is that you have not a stealth mode, or there's no way that you can go without beams or something, so I just turn on the torchlight. You will see how a little bit forward I try to go without the torchlight to see if I can take first prize on enemies, but it's not really going to work. The enemies, they are really well done, even though if they say pretty similar between each other, they have pretty often the same clothes. And see here an execution with knife. The fighting system is quite similar to the Hearthstone series, you can imagine, everybody already knows, but I will say it's slightly harder and it's tougher. You feel more heavy, the attacks is definitely slower and less fluid, it's more rough, and sometimes that can be a problem. I mean, these enemies are really not tough one, they are pretty common enemies, but you can find some that make your life really hard, and when you die in this game, your stats, I mean your life, come back to the top, to the max, but not the water. You keep with the same amount of water that you had when you died, and the same with the bullets. And the bullets, as you see, I have a shotgun. That's another lack on the game that I think they could improve and make use some more weapons, like for example if they will improve this stealth mode, it could be pretty good if they use crossbow or harpoon, maybe. That could be pretty cool, because here the only thing we have is the shotgun, and as you can see, 5 bullets is the maximum of the amount of bullets that I can have with me now. That's not a lot actually. Sometimes you miss to have a little bit more, because there is some special enemies that you really need the shotgun to take them down. So it's pretty important to keep that bullet. Okay, now here I'm a little bit lost, and I just figured out that there is no way through here. So yes, have to come back. Yeah, in some points of the game you can find like all the books or pictures from let's say the world before the apocalypse, and tell you little stories as well on that. So it's pretty important to explore, and that gives you as well experience. Okay, here I'm picking a weapon. Here down I had a box, I didn't saw it. Actually, it's the first time I see that box. So yeah, here I'm trying to make a little bit of stealth, but they see me anyway, so there's no point. The combat is really good, and I feel really good to fight in this game. Here is like the ranged mode. Your attacks are more powerful, and it lasts short period of time. And here you can find a fountain. That is the way that you can get some more water. I'm not sure how you call that in English. I'm just going to call it I don't know. It's a bottle of water. It's cantimplora in Spanish, not sure in English. Anyway. So we keep going through here. If that is true, that so long, even if all the secondary missions are different, they're pretty short. Like this one is already done. But for example, this one was pretty simple one. Like in the last one, you had to use your car to push a train to get the items from the train and that. So this one was a pretty short one, but I guess it's enough to show the game. So can I say about this game? I really love the graphics. I think they're amazing. Works pretty smooth. I didn't found any glitch or any bug, nothing.
Time to see about
Um,
next, guys.
I don't know if I have to give him a note. I will say I will give him a 9. I don't give him a 10 because I miss some more personalization on the character, either on the car. And I would like to have this stealth mode and maybe some more weapons. But apart of that, it's a great game. I'm really happy with it. So just to finish, I'm going to go a little bit through the menus. Of course, there is more thing in this game to do. Like you have dog, and you can go with the dog to search for new mines. But you have another different attack. That one you cannot block. And here you have, if you make a perfect timing on the counter attack, you make this stronger counter attack. And that is with the range mode. Yeah, the fight on this game is just really cool. Look at that. Yeah, as I said, there is a lot of more mechanics on this game, but I don't have time to tell you now about that. But it's better if you look by yourself. The main thing about this video was talk about the story, which is the only thing that the people talk about the game actually. And now we're going to be to go a little bit through the menus. Okay, so here you have the biography, where you can see the different biography of the characters usual. Here you can upgrade your character. When you upgrade it, the clothes change. So I would like to have more personalization on the clothes. Here you can change your face, your beard, whatever. That didn't change nothing. It's only for the look. Okay, it didn't change the stats or nothing. And here you can upgrade your car. As I told before, there is not a lot of upgrades. I would like to have some more. And in the right side you can see the stats and how they change. Someone goes up, another one goes down.
That's fuel.
So that's pretty good, but again, I would like to see more customization on the car. So let's see. Okay, this is the next upgrade I'm going to go for. This is to avoid that your enemies grab your card and try to take you out of the card. Yeah, I'm going to go to this one. It's gonna look really fucking good. But this is all you get in customization. I mean, you have these different I don't know how you call it in English. They basically changed the look of the car. They didn't change the stat, but you have like only 6 different looks, so that's not too much. And here you have the stats of your character, basically. Okay, so this is it. This is Mad Max. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you forgive me about my English, but I hope it helped you to decide to try this amazing game. Goodbye.